Shalom, Pastor Talk, I'm back at you. It's truth. Once again, giving all praise to your help, Hashem, Shai, Hashem, Kakodash. And this is going to be another quick lesson. Let's see where the Spirit takes me. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this Hyperinflation is coming to the States. When I say States, I'm talking about Babylon, America. Anyway, I did videos in the past on the subject of hyperinflation. I showed you gave you a definition of hyperinflation. What Babylon is suffering now is inflation, where everything's going up. You know, it's not one thing going up. It's your food. Your food's going up. Your your gas is going up. I mean, everything across the board is going up, except for gold and silver. Anyway, I was led to this video. I was watching Mike on Rethink the Dollar. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find him. I'll let you hear a little bit of what he's saying. I didn't hear the whole thing. It was a short video. Let me do it this way. Let me do it this way. Okay, this is John Williams' live. Florida's housing market is about to go insane. I got to watch that. Oh, I'm just reading these comments, posts. Sonny Vasquez commented, my mother got her booster shot today. She got mad at me because I told her not to do it. She says there's nothing wrong with this shit. She talked my brother into getting it. I got mad. I'm not gonna click on, there's more there, but I'm looking for Mike. Okay, where is he? I hate when this happens. Okay, I found it. A damn commercial. I hope you can hear it.
All right, so I want to take a quick moment to share my thoughts. Had a just an idea or a way of presenting a particular angle in regards to the sports goals. So
If you can't hear it too good, sometimes it comes out pretty clear, and sometimes it comes out muffled. But go to Rethink the Dollar right here. The 7-minute long, 8-minute long video. Turkish citizens filing currency insurance claims at record pace. Yeah, your currency and insurance claims is what he's going to talk about in this video. Your gold and your silver.
gold and silver, technically speaking, are points. So I can understand how the Michael Saylors and all the other people out there can pick up right now. We talk about how survivors rally, no one wants, nobody needs, yada, yada, yada. I can understand that. And partially I can agree. But then again, right now we're witnessing a real world scenario. That's why that's completely false. So as I've always said before, gold and silver, outside of their shine, outside of their the chemical composition, the atomic structure of them, they're unique and rare in and of themselves. But yet they are only good for a few things. And the most important one happens to be preservation of person power and time. So right now, this is pointing how the best case scenario for the importance of gold and silver and how they are pointless until it's time to file a claim. Is what's happening right now in Turkey. So right now in Turkey, this very moment as I'm speaking, their currency really is hyperinflated in a sense where it's up. And so right now we're witnessing a real world case of people actually filing claims against their national currencies. They're paying for the excess, which is basically back into the hands of gold and silver, and of course the digital asset space as well. But I want to lay out the concepts for you real quick. And so, as I always mentioned before, gold and silver, other than just having them as something to protect yourself, they're only used in this current environment as items of insurance. So isn't it interesting that you can basically insure every aspect of your life except national currency? The house, the car, whatever, use writers, jewelry and stuff up inside of that. But you can't actually put a insurance policy on probably the single most important aspect of your life is your financial matters denominated in your national currency. So it's never been more important right now to have what I would consider national currency insurance, NCI, something completely new. But then again, this decade, people will be forced to file a claim. And in typical times, 67 fiat currency in every single country was backed by gold and silver. There would have been no need to file a claim because you could have easily have gone and redeemed those credit units and then get out for real money. And so we are in an environment now, and it is more important than ever, heading into 2022, to make sure you take out a personal policy yourself. The FDIC insures your bank account, but we all know that there are more accounts with currency in it than there are actually one. The fact that insurance companies something else go wrong.
And that's FDIC is, I believe it's 10%. I got to look that up. I don't know if they changed the law because a bank only holds through a thing called fractional reserve banking. They only hold at one time it was 10%. It could be less than that. Anyway, I'm not going to play this whole video. I don't know if it picked up, if you can hear everything. I put the sound up all the way up, but if not, you can watch this video. Anyway, let me find this. Okay, so what I did was I put in hyperinflation Turkish citizens. And some of these videos were put up like 5 days ago, a week ago, 2 months. Anyway, let's just go through these. How bad can inflation be? Well, when it's hyperinflation is bad. Inflation is one thing, hyperinflation is something altogether different. Turkey offers a warning. Next one, Turkey battles inflation crisis after currency value plummets, meaning your paper money. Now, when the value of your money goes down, the gold and silver is supposed to maintain their value, and really the price is supposed to go up. Turkey's currency crisis could get worse, says consultancy firm. Oh, that's, yeah, you don't got to be a rocket scientist to know that. Well, what applies with Turkey will come over here if this trend continues. Turkey soaring inflation puts Erdogan, which is the president, prime minister, under pressure because they'll blame it on the president, prime minister, head of state. So when this comes over here, it's already here. Inflation is already here. Hyperinflation is inflation, you know, out of whack. Let's say Turkish lira, which is their dollar, crashes to historic low as inflation nears 20%, meaning what you paid for a dollar, it's now $12. You know, if just to give you an example, but if it goes 100%, that means it's double. You know, you buy a steak for $12. A week later, it goes double. That means it's $24. Then it goes up another 100%, $24 to $48. Inflation in Turkey, and the people over here in the States, they don't know what's going on. They don't understand how money works. Inflation in Turkey, soaring prices, housing crisis. Hey, housing crisis over here, and student protest. Turkish lira crashes on inflation fears. Yeah, because fears cause a crash. You have a thing called a run on the banks. Look that up. Turkey, this is as of 2 days ago, Turkey inches closer to hyperinflation. Turkey's President Erdogan replaces finance minister amid lira freefall. Well, okay, you can replace the finance minister, but that's not going to stop hyperinflation. Turkish lira on longest losing streak in 20 years. Well, they said the last time the states had this inflationary problem was the early 80s. So we're talking 40 years. Why Turkey's currency just collapsed, the lira economic crisis. Now, what causes inflation and what causes hyperinflation? That's for y'all. Lira crash slams Turkey's factories, farmers, and retailers. What's happening over here? Oh, Turkish vlogger prices prices in Turkey have doubled since last year. So if you got a T-bone steak for let's say $12, got to go home and cook it. That same steak is now $24. Europe braces for skyrocketing Omicron wave. Uh, see Wiki latest. Well, this goes back as far as 8 months ago. Turkish lira in free fall over Erdogan's unorthodox inflation theory. Turkey's economic damage self-inflicted, just like America's economic damage is self-inflicted. I mean, what's happening over there is happening over here. Goes from inflation to hyperinflation. Let me go to one precept. Let me do this. Yeah, Revelation chapter 6. Chapter 6, verse 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I looked, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and three measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil or the wine. The oil in the wine is talking about actual oil in the wine, but it's also talking about twofold. It's talking oil represents the knowledge, and wine also represents the knowledge that we have, which will not be hurt. The truth is going to remain. But when prices are uh, when you have a thing called inflation and hyperinflation, what goes up? Everything: bread, flour, toilet paper, oil, wine. Everything goes up. So let me go to the word penny. And it says, the headline, the third seal famine. When you have a thing called hyperinflation, then you have a thing called famine. You don't have the money to pay for anything. And this happened during the Weimar Republic before Hitler came on the scene. And what is this guy from? Damn, man. Robert Mugabe. Let me try this. Bear with me for a minute. Let me try this. I'm looking at Jubilee. You need a Jubilee or a year of release. That's why it's in the law. You know, Esau says, "Oh, we don't need the law." You got hyperinflation because you don't deal with the law. John Mugabe.
According to Wikipedia,
Okay, that's
John
different.
Mugabe is a Ugandan former professional boxer who competed from 1980 to 1991 and 1996 to 1999.
I'm sorry. I meant to say Robert Mugabe. Let me try it like this. Come on now. Robert Mugabe.
According to Wikipedia, Robert Gabriel Mugabe was a Zimbabwean revolutionary and politician who served as Prime Minister of Zimbabwe from 1980 to 1987 and then as president from 1987 to 2017.
Okay. I don't want to do a whole lot of reading, but let me do it this way. Do it one more time. Bear with me for a minute. Robert Mugabe, hyperinflation.
According to Wikipedia, Robert Gabriel Mugabe was a Zimbabwean revolutionary and politician who served as Prime Minister of Zimbabwe from 1980 to 1987 and then as president from 1987 to 2017.
Oh boy, this is acting up. Let me do it again. Hyperinflation, Robert Mugabe.
According to Wikipedia, hyperinflation in Zimbabwe was a period of currency instability in Zimbabwe that, using Kagan's definition of hyperinflation, began in February 2007.
How did Zimbabwe tackle their hyperinflation? Historical context: on 18 April 1980, the Republic of Zimbabwe was born from the unrecognized Republic of Rhodesia. The road, you have these Rhodes scholars, you had this guy named Rhodes, an Edomite that pretty much stole a lot of resources from Africa. Okay, the Rhodesian dollar, which was named after that Edomite, was replaced by the Zimbabwean dollar at par value. So I believe I got to go back and do the research. There was a hyperinflation, so they just had to change the dollar around. But guess what? Years go by, and you have hyperinflation again. Why? Because you put money into the system. So I just wanted to cover him. And it's happening in Turkey. It happened at during the time of the Weimar Republic. You know, it happened throughout history, and it's going to happen over here. And I'll say this: if they don't change, now where am I? What the hell? I got to find this again. Okay, Revelation. Let's look up penny. Denarius containing 10, a Roman silver coin in the New Testament time. It took its name from it being equal to 10 asses, a number after 217 BC, increased to 16, about 3.898 grams, or a 0.1375 ounce. I believe it's 28 grams make an ounce. So we're talking, let me see, half of 28. We're talking like, I don't know, 15 cent worth of silver. It was the principal silver coin of the Roman Empire. From the parable of the laborer in the vineyard, it would seem that a denarius was then the ordinary pay for a day's wage. So a little bit of silver went a long way. And what happened when you go into the history of the Roman Empire, they didn't deal with paper money, they dealt with those silver coins called a denarius. And what the soldiers were finding out when they were getting paid, they couldn't buy the same things. They had to, what they used for one denarius, they would have to use two. So they didn't want to fight for the Caesar. You see, when inflation, especially hyperinflation, but inflation affects everybody because your pay doesn't go as far. So this, like I said, this was a day's wage. Let's deal with a police officer. I don't know, a city police officer or whatever. Let's say they make a day. Let's say they make, I don't know, $250 a day. They bring home, if that. Well, that's how far this denarius went until they lost the value. So we're coming to that. We're coming to that time. Let me come back. And this C Wiki Vicky, the behind the scenes is all about the shekels. It's all about the shekels. You people getting all nervous, thinking that there's something that's going to get you and kill you. But what's going to kill you is the shekels, the lack of the shekels. They playing you people, man. Hey, James 5 comes to mind. We were reading that over the weekend. I met House of Rhymler. I was going into it about fraud. It mentioned in James 5 about fraud. They that reap down your fields, cry to the Most High because of fraud. And that's why even $15 an hour is better than $7 an hour. But people are saying, look, we need like more like 20 to 25 to $30 an hour. At one time, $15 an hour, going back like 40 years, damn, you made some good money. Not now. Not now. So what comes after the famine? Second Ezra 15. There's the fourth seal, death. And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, famine, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. That's Second Ezra 15. The fifth seal, the martyrs, and this is when they died, the ones that had died, like the Apostle Paul, Peter. And as soon as they went into the spiritual realm, they started complaining to the Most High. And we're near the sixth seal, terror. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell on the earth. And those, what John saw was the missile ICBMs, the warheads, the multiple warheads look like stars falling from heaven. Even as a fig tree gathers her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heavens and the heaven departed as a scroll, mushroom cloud, when it is rolled together, and every mountain, government, and island were moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. So they were trying to get away. And said to the mountain and rock, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth upon the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. They're not going to actually, Edomites are not going to say, oh, we got to hide because the man that sits on the throne with the Lamb, no, they're going to be running for their lives. This is poetic, parabolic, symbolic. For the great day of his wrath has come, and who shall be able to stand? So where are we in as far as prophecy is concerned? We're right here. We're right here. The third seal, famine. Anyway, that's all I'm going to give you right now. You know, wait till the spirit hits me again. With that, I'm going to say shalom.